443. Number 443. Brother, along on the highway of life, strive to be good and true. Take Jesus with you to aid in the strife. Somebody follows you. Somebody follows you. Watching the things you do. Walk in the light and be pure in His sight. Somebody follows you. Little you think when you turn from the right, who sees the things you do? But others watch you by day and by night. Somebody follows you. Somebody follows you. Watching the things you do. Walk in the light and be pure in His sight. Somebody follows you. Never forget that the Lord keeps His own, so to His word be true. Many are longing the way to be shown. Oh, let them follow you. Somebody follows you, watching the things you do. Walk in the light and be pure in His sight. Somebody follows you. 198. $398. Since Jesus gave His life for me, should I give Him mine? I'm consecrated, Lord, to Thee. I shall be wholly Thine. My Lord, oh Lord, I give to Thee my talents, time, and all. I'll serve Thee, Lord, Thine own to be.
welcome to graduation class of 2024. It is a landmark, so to say, that you have reached. There are many things that have brought you this far. Some of them I will mention, and there's many that I will not think of, but that have contributed to you coming to this point. First of all, we are thankful to God for giving us Christian homes, Christian school, and just for the opportunity to learn the way we are able to. And then a special thanks to you, or credit to you for pushing through and making these grades. And also your parents. They have done a lot to give you this opportunity to learn. And teachers, this last year, but not only this last year, from kindergarten and from grade 1 and up, many teachers have put a lot of effort into it. You have a special purpose in life. And so to say, it seems like you maybe reached a goal, and it's almost like you're at a point where you can decide, what do you want to do from here? Like we sang, Jesus gave his life for us. Do we want to give it to him? In the little things that we face every day. You have a special purpose to be here. And how do you want to take what you have learned from here to impact the world? Are you going to do great things? Maybe not, so to say, from a world perspective. But really, the big things are, if you can be an impact to your friends, family, siblings, neighbors, the community around you is who you can impact. And that will change the world. And the goals that you want to achieve through what you have learned, learn to enjoy the present as you reach for your goals in the future. I encourage you to dream big, have big goals, and strive to continue to reach them like you have till here. Just remember to keep Christ in your goals. So this that you have learned over your last number of years throughout your school, knowledge can help you to get wisdom and understanding. That is a great tool that you have received. Keep using it for God.
Well, this is an exciting time for the graduates and the finishing students. Many long hours, many long years that it's taken for these students to get to where they're at now. They've done many equations, diagrammed hundreds of sentences, memorized many scripture verses, played, I don't think it's an understatement if I would say hundreds of soccer games, and the list could go on. Today we want to hear what they have experienced through their school years. So first, Agatha, she has studied hard for many tests that she knew would have maps on them. Especially this year with Canadian Social, pretty much every test had a map, and it had 20 different cities on it, and she has studied hard. The word I thought about for her is she is diligent. Let's hear what she has.
Good evening. I'm Agatha Martins. First, I want to say thanks to God for giving me the wisdom to do my work at school, and my parents for paying so I could go to school. I want to say thanks to Mom for always taking time to bring us to school and taking us back home. I have been in New Hope School for 5 years. I've had 3 teachers, Evelina Dyke, Clarence Reimer, and Hans Neufeld. In Evelina's class, I did grade 3 and 4, and in Clarence's class, I did grades 5, 6, and 7, and in Hans's class, I did grade 8. Thanks to you teachers for having patience with me and getting ready for every day. There were 4 girls and 8 boys in my class this last year. Thanks to all my classmates for making the years fun. Even though there were some days that were not as fun as others, there were always classmates that helped make it better. I always enjoyed reading, playing outside, and going on walks or runs. I also enjoyed going on field trips and singing on a program, even though it was nervous. I also enjoyed when someone would bring a lunch or devotions. One thing I really enjoyed several years ago in Evelina's class, that one day it had rained a lot and there was water everywhere, and we would slide into the water and get all wet, and that was one of my favorite things. My favorite subjects were math and Bible. It hasn't always been easy, but it's worth it. In math, I have done multiplying, dividing, and writing checks and more different things. In language, I did writing reports, diagramming sentences, and some other things. I want to use what I have learned as much as possible in my daily life, as I might be working at home. I would also like studying math and some other subjects more. I also want to use what I have learned in school to figure out double recipes or reading fractions on a tape measure, and in other ways too. I also want to thank the school boards for help keeping the school running. I encourage those that will keep going to school to keep going. It's not always fun and easy, but it's worth it in the end. I want to leave 2 verses that encouraged me. Matthew 19, verse 26. With God, all things are possible. Sometimes it feels impossible to go through a day, but with God, all things are possible. And Jeremiah 17, verse 7. Blessed is the one who trusts the Lord. If we trust in God, He will help us through hard days. Thanks.
Next, we have Maria. She always got her work done early, which gave her a lot of time to help younger students. Sometimes it was enjoyable, other times not as much. But she did very well with younger students. And in her work, there was never a problem. She knew how to do it, and she would get to it as fast as she could, then she was done. Maria, the word I have for you is studious. Keep studying. Go ahead.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria and I've been going to the school for 5 years. In that time, I've had 4 teachers. Mrs. Agatha Clausen was my first teacher here, followed by Miss Veronica Zacharias, Mr. Clarence Reimer, and finally Mr. Hans Neufeld. There were about 15 boys at school this year, 8 of which were in my class, and 10 girls, including me, in school, 5 in my class, again, including me. So in total, there were 25 students in school, including the kindergartners. I would like to thank God for helping me get through all my years of school, my parents for sending me to the school, my teachers for always helping me with the difficult parts of my schoolwork, my classmates for making school slightly better, and the school board for making sure that the school was a safe place for everyone. Besides the field trips, certain things I enjoyed from all my years in school were the walks, specials, singing for the elderly, and viewing the solar eclipse. Certain subjects I've always enjoyed were math and Bible. Things I enjoyed about math were multiplication, division, and certain formulas. Things I enjoyed about Bible were the verses to memorize and the passages I had to read. I want to use all that I've learned in my daily life moving forward to make sure that I don't forget it. I also want to use what I have learned in school to help others as much as possible, and although that most likely doesn't mean teaching, I know that I will have several opportunities to use all the knowledge that my 5 years at the school has given me. While I don't have a job or anything like that lined up currently, I will most definitely be looking for one shortly after school ends, even if it means working with my sister at Parks Blueberries. Some practical ways I can use what I have learned are how to evenly divide and measure things and how to write checks and fill out a checkbook. Finally, I would like to encourage all those who are still in school to continue focusing towards finishing school because in the end it is all worth it. Also, try to find a goal you will want to attain by the end of your school years. Thank you.
And lastly, Johnny, you've worked very hard to finish your grade this year. Work was never done until it was done well. And that's something I admired from Johnny. It's yours.
Hey Dave, everyone. When I joined Houston, I've been going to this school for around 5 years. And during my 5 years, I've had 2 good teachers, Mr. Clarence Reimer and then Mr. Hans Neufeld. The number of boys and girls this year in our school was 15 boys plus me and 10 girls and 10 girls. And in just my class, there were 8 boys plus me and 5 girls. I would like to thank God for getting me through all those tough times that I had in school. I thank my parents for paying for my school tuition. I thank my teachers for teaching me everything that I needed to learn to get through life. I thank my classmates for the experience I had, and I'd also like to thank the school board for supplying the school with the necessities to keep it going, to keep the school going. The things that I enjoyed the most throughout my years of school were field trips, specials, and the solar eclipse that we viewed this year. The subjects that I actually enjoyed throughout my years of school were Bible, social studies, and science. Most of the things that I've learned this year, I'm probably going to forget during the summer, but I'm going to try not to forget so much of the stuff that I've learned for the past 5 years. As for jobs and such, I already have a couple lined up already, which I'm not sure how they're going to work out or if they even do work out. But I know that God will help me. I know that God will help me through it, and I know that He will help me get a job somewhere, and I just need to trust in Him. Some of the things that I've learned I can use in daily life, especially in work, like measuring stuff and a bunch of other things. And as for the rest of the kids that are still in school, I encourage you to finish school if you can. And I know that I can't say anything about finishing school, but I'm 16 and I just wanted to get a job already, and I wanted to be done school already, and I also wanted to pursue my goals and my dreams. Thank you.
Now that you folks can breathe, the theme that we've had in our classroom this year is do all to the glory of God, coming from 1 Corinthians 10, verse 31, which says, whether you eat or drink or whatsoever you do all to the glory of God. And that's what I want to encourage you with. Whatever you do in life from here on, if it's welding, kitchen work, in the greenhouse, wherever you go, that you do all to the glory of God. We have some business to take care of yet. Alvin, if you would come up. Just say who's supposed to come up.
Congratulations for completing grading.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, it's okay. Henry, if you would come up.
Fanshof, nee? Ja, die waren eerst een beetje nervous, start baan al. Wist niet nee wat ze dat zullen doen al, maar ik zei dat fanshof en mir laat er fan geschoft. Want iemand die te volgen dat niet hat fan geschoft, aber ich würde sagen, hat fan geschoft. Wie ganz fan. Ja. Ja, dankzij voor al die wat die dan uitgekomen. Voor hier port aannemen. Dankzij voor Tauharchen, und die können kommen wie dann, wenn die Studenten sich vielleicht mit euch mit. So yeah. So what's your next goal? Schutz geben, mag je die met vrede halten en jenstig te die zijn. Mag de Herr dicht bij die blijven en die erfolg en vrede geven. So dit zijn vars wat ik jullie wensen doe. Als die ongoing doen wieder, whatever you doen, als die in Arbeit zieken, dat die schaffen willen, maar als die thuis die mama en parents halt, whatever. Ik wens jullie moed en kracht om die leven wieder te lang leven. So ja, nu dit, daar ben wat koffie zijn. Er zijn nog een beetje cupcakes, die zijn alle eigen lood. Toen doe ik nog voor koffie en voor cupcakes. Half geen paar, nog is het tijdig, zijn niet. Ja, is het nog zo veel niet? Goed, dan gaan we dus nog beten zum Schluss. Meneer Shafuda, we komen verder, we danken die voor deze dag. Ik dank die voor alles wat u van ons deed. Ik dank die voor dat we hier kunnen opkomen en dat we kunnen deze studenten hier gaan. Moest u entweder zegenen, moest u met een bij aan zijn, der hier leven. Wherever ze gaan, whatever ze doen, moest je aan nu aan zijn en aan zegenen en aan helpen dat ze kunnen dienwalen uitvallen. Shafuda, moest u ook wieder met ons aan die deze avond, moest u gemeenschap zegenen, moest u ons helpen, deze dag uitleven en dienwalen volgen. Bitte ik en dank ik en dienen.